There is one coin that is considered the holy grail of coin collecting, the 1933 Double Eagle $20 gold piece. And it was auctioned off in 2021 for almost $19 million. The Double Eagle has just become available on the market. I'm about to see the most expensive coin in the world. Kind of nervous. Ian.
Hi, very nice to meet you.
So that's it, huh?
This is it. Would you like to see it?
I would love to see it.
Okay.
Oh. Surprised the little light didn't shine out when you opened the bag.
It did, it did.
Wow. It's just incredible. It's the holy grail.
The most valuable coin in the world.
That's amazing. We have a 1933 Double Eagle $20 gold piece. Some people still consider it the most beautiful coin ever. Teddy Roosevelt thought all of our coins were ugly.
He had a point. He wanted the best. He wanted the best design of a coin.
Okay. And there was an artist,
Augustus St. Gaudens.
in 1907. He designed, literally considered one of the most beautiful coins ever made. It's funny that one Roosevelt had this coin designed and the other Roosevelt had it taken out of circulation. 1933, FDR becomes president. You know, we're in the Depression. Franklin Roosevelt, he created the Gold Confiscation Act. And basically, with a stroke of a pen, he made it illegal to own large amounts of gold. Said that everyone's got to turn their gold in at the bank and take those gold coins and get paper money. But the Mint did make some of these in 33, but they never issue them. They were supposed to melt them all down, but there were some shady deals done, obviously, at the Mint. A few of them got out in circulation, and originally, if you possessed one of these things, you were going to go to jail because the government said they were all stolen.
Yes, the government has taken possession of every coin that's ever come out. This is the only one that they've legalized to be owned.
A lot of the times, you know, it's not only rarity, a lot of the times it's the story.
The story.
I mean, and it's got this crazy James Bond international intrigue.
Yes.
So what's the exact story with this coin?
In the 1940s, King Farouk of Egypt was the biggest coin collector in the world and purchased the coin in the United States, applied for an export license. And mainly because of that export license is the reason why there's this one coin that's legal to own. This was one of the coins, but he had exported to Egypt, but it just disappeared for 40-odd years. And it surfaces in the 1990s, then came to the US. As soon as it arrived in America, there was a sting operation by the FBI, and 2 coin dealers were arrested for being involved in it, trying to sell the coin. And then for many years, there was legal action, and the end result was that the coin was legal to be sold and to be legally owned. It was then auctioned in June 2021 and sold for almost $19 million.
And now it's up for sale again, correct?
It's up for sale again.
So you represent the owner, and the owner would like to sell it.
Correct, yes.
And how much does he want for it?
We're looking for offers over $30 million.
Okay. All right. I do have a client who's interested. So I need to give him a call. And I also want, you know, Jeff Garrett.
Yes.
It's a lot of money, and I want him to look at it.
Sure.
Okay. So give me a few minutes, get some phone calls, and I will be right back. Okay.
Great.
So this is the coin.
Wow, that's stunning.
And we have to verify that the Secret Service and the FBI is not going to be rushing in here any minute now.
Right. Well, you know, it's a beautiful, original 1933 Double Eagle. But the most important thing about this coin is the best story of any coin. It's the most famous coin. There are literally books written about just this one coin.
It was against the law to even be in possession of one of these.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize it, but and the coins were never officially released. They made almost 500,000 of them, 450,000, I think, and they were all melted, but a few of them got out. And then in 1944, when they confiscated them from the 5 or 6 people who had the coins, then they really became forbidden fruit because they were illegal to own. This coin, the only legal one to own. And, you know, for generations, no one even thought the coin existed.
So what do you think?
Okay, yeah, let me take a closer look. coin is, fabulous. It's also in amazing condition. It's MS65, which is gem condition. Just basically the way it was made with a few little bag marks. Authenticity is off the table. It's definitely for sure real. It's the greatest coin there is.
Okay. And he's asking $30 million, which the price is what someone is willing to pay.
Well, one of the biggest things that's changed in the last 10 years is how many billionaires and multi-billionaires have started collecting coins. At least one of the collectors, his goal is to have a complete set of U.S. coins. And for anybody who wants a complete set of U.S. coins, they have to have that coin. The thing about this coin, when you have the only one, you can name your price and no one's going to undersell you, because there's nobody else got one.
You got a point there.
That's right. Its uniqueness makes it very special.
All right. Thanks, Jeff.
It was a privilege. Love to seeing it. Good luck, Ian.
Oh, well, Jeff said he knew billionaire coin collectors, and I do. Maybe they're the same people, but I just got the one. And he's willing to do $25 million. That includes my small commission, and that's what he's offering.
Look, the coin market has increased so much. There's so many new collectors. It is the ultimate trophy, and look, it's a nice offer. I will say, like, anytime there's an 8-figure offer on a coin, it's a nice offer. But unfortunately, I can't get it done at that. It needs to be over $30 million.
All right, thank you so much for you letting me take a look at it.
welcome.
Pretty impressive. Okay, yeah.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. Put it away. See, not my hands. You have it.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
all the luck in the world with it.
Great, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for looking at it.
Have a good one.
Cheers. Look, it's a unique item, and I am flexible to a degree, but I do believe that it needs to be over $30 million.
Hey, how you doing? Good, how are you? Pretty good. Like to sell a couple of Nintendo World Championship game cards.
Oh, wow. I've never actually seen these in person.
Most people haven't. These are the most coveted video games on the planet.
So do you have to blow in it to start the game?
Probably. That'll never change no matter what Nintendo game you have. I'm a big Nintendo fan, I grew up with it, and so now I collect the games. It was a time when Nintendo dominated pop culture. While they mean a lot to me, I think I need the cash more right now.
So what do you know about the Nintendo World Championship?
You enter the competition in 3 age groups. You play Super Mario Brothers, Rad Racer, and Tetris. And the winners competes for lots of cool prizes like $10,000 in cash and a 1990 Geo Metro. So awesome
wow.
prizes. The gray one was traded into a local game shop where I lived, and the owner got in touch with me. I made him an offer, we made a deal. These were actually played in the competition. This, however, is even more extremely rare than that one. This was a Nintendo Power promotion giveaway. They gave away 26 of them.
Oh, you got the magazine.
Oh, yeah, these are great. So they gave out 1 to the first prize winner and then 25 to second prize winners. Today, there's maybe only a dozen or so that are still confirmed to exist.
I gotta ask, have you ever played them?
I have played them with a friend on 2 different TVs, just like the competition was. Here's a dip switch here, which changes the time on them. This was a time competition. These were individually numbered, so no one else has a number 205. And the gold one is really the same thing, but in a gold case.
So how much did you pay for these?
More than most people should have, probably.
You don't want to tell me, huh?
Not particularly, no.
And how much did you want for them?
$35,000.
$35,000, wow. That's a lot of money for me to fork out for some Nintendo games. You know, I have some concerns to whether or not that's how limited they are. I don't know too much about these things rather than they are rare and they are cool. So I got a buddy I want to call to come down and check these things out.
Okay.
Okay, give me just a second. I'll see if he's available.
This is really cool. I mean, we don't only have the gray one, we got the gold one here from the 1990 World Championship of Nintendo. This is amazing. This is like from the first World Series of gaming. This is like one of those items where like the clouds open and like the heaven choir and...
Not many are left.
Exactly. That's so cool, man.
All right, so I get that these games are collectible and they're cool. Are they authentic? And how much are they worth?
Well, these all had numbers, the gray games here, the dip switches, everything looks right. You mind if I take a closer look at the golden?
Sure, I promise not to break it.
I'll be very careful.
All right.
There's always, compared to a regular cartridge, just to have a little more weight, being that the extra chips in this piece here. The label looks right. Everything on the outside looks 100% the way it should. You also have some documentation too. Can you tell me a little more about that?
So here's the bill of sale, and this has the individual I purchased it from, and he was an original owner. Here's his name right here in the issue of Nintendo Power.
Wow. With all the documentation, I'm gonna say without a doubt, this is 100% original. Both pieces here. And if you're a diehard gamer, you know what these games are. Everybody wants them, and that's what drives the value up on these two games. I would put a value on the gray between 5,000 to 8,000. This is a really nice example.
And what about the gold one?
Well, the gold one, the condition is amazing. The label's great. I'm gonna have to put that on the higher end, between 20 to 22 grand on that piece. You should have no problem getting that. They rarely ever come up to market.
Okay, well, thank you.
No problem, and thanks for bringing me, man. I love to see this stuff. Back in 1990, Nintendo only been out for about 5 years. They had the World Championship. Anything related to that event is highly collectible, and the gold cartridge from that event is probably the holy grail of gaming.
All right, so you feel comfortable with what he said?
I think my price before was fair at $35,000.
Yeah, I'm not even comfortable coming anywhere near that price.
No?
You have to understand I have to make money.
Well, that's the thing. The fact that they don't come up for sale is because they're so coveted. So you could charge almost whatever you want, and there'll be someone willing to get it, because the other 12 or 13 out there, they might never be for sale ever. This will be the only one for sale.
I'm not supposed to make super big deals like this, but this could be a once-in-a-lifetime kind of buy. I mean, I see where you're coming from. They are very rare, but if you like to make some cash money right now, I'll give you $15,000 in $100 bills.
No, I think that's too far apart from where I'm at right now. I think maybe I can go down to maybe 32.
You gotta see where I'm coming from. I have to look at it in the absolute worst terms, so I have to look at them like they're gonna sell for the lowest amount, and I have to look at it like it's gonna sit here for at least a year. So what's a more realistic price you're looking for?
I can't come down that much off it.
Okay, well, I mean, I wish I could offer you more, but I'm already stretching what I'm allowed to spend. We're about 15,000 apart, so.
Well, maybe it wasn't meant to be right now.
Well, good luck selling them.
I thought the offer of $15,000 was too low for me, but hopefully down the line, someone will offer what I'm asking for.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm well. How about yourself?
Doing good. What do we got here?
Well, what I have here is the holy grail of all championship rings, the 2004 Boston Red Sox World Series ring.
No way.
The ring belonged to a Red Sox player, Brandon Puffer, who was a relief pitcher. I'm hoping to get $89,000. The least I'd be willing to take, $65,000. I'd like to sell the ring today just to free up some money and maybe put it on a down payment for a house.
So where in the world did you get this?
I came across it through a sports memorabilia dealer in Boston.
So I take it you're from the Massachusetts area?
Oh, yeah. Can you tell by the accent?
Yeah. Do you mind if I take it out?
No, not at all, please.
Yeah, this is the quintessential screw baseball. I mean, Boston sports area sports thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, this is when they, everybody pretty much said, the curse was alive and well, and they were going to get swept by the Yankees. And lo and behold, they came back from being 0-3 in the series, and then ended up sweeping the Cardinals, right?
Yes, they did. It made the 2004 title just so sweet, absolutely fabulous.
So what could you tell me about the ring, man?
The ring belonged to Brandon Puffer.
Okay.
I know that it's one of 51 player rings.
I mean, the ring is awesome. This is greatest comeback in history, 2004. All the diamonds are real. And they made it out of 18 karat. That's rare for a sports ring.
Yes.
Generally, they're 10. How much do you want for the ring?
Well, I'd like $89,000 for it. And I'll tell you where I came up with that number. Scott Williamson, an unknown compared to Puffer. His ring sold for $89,000 online.
Okay. Everyone loves a good underdog story, and the 2004 Red Sox definitely fit that description. It was an epic moment for Boston sports fans, but there's a little bit more to this ring than meets the eye. Typically on something like this, I'd offer you around 60 grand. You have one huge problem with this ring,
And that is what?
that it's a Brandon Puffer ring. And this guy has quite the reputation. He was sent to prison for intent of sexual assault, a felony. Right there, that is gonna take the value to this ring to less than I would ever pay.
Well, let me give you my argument. It's still a player's ring. I look at it as, all right, here's a guy. Obviously, he had his off-field problems, but when I put on his ring, I feel, wow, this guy, he's turning his life around. He's doing the right thing.
Isn't he still in prison?
That, I don't know
Yeah,
if...
he gets out in 2014. You know, buddy, at the end of the day, if this had anybody else's name on it, any unknown player that I'd never heard of in my entire life, I would offer you 60 grand for that ring. It's just that ring right there is probably the one Red Sox rings from '04 that's not worth any money to me.
You've got to ask yourself, when is a 2004 player's ring going to come back into the shop?
It'll probably be a while, and it may never. But it's a chance I'm willing to take. Have a good day. Thanks for bringing it in. It was really cool to see.
I completely respectfully disagree with his opinion. The name to me is irrelevant. That was a player's ring, and I think he let it slip through his fingers.
What do we got here?
Hi. We have a guitar.
Obviously.
Yes, it is a DJ Ashburn guitar.
Owned by DJ Aspa?
I think so. I mean, it's got his name over here, so I hope so.
You know what? He's a rock star.
Yeah,
Which I really wanted to be a rock star at one point, but I didn't have the hair.
it's okay. You can borrow some of mine. I'm here looking to sell this guitar that was apparently owned by DJ Ashba. It's a Gibson guitar with a lot of custom details on it. I got the guitar because my boyfriend is building a children's hospital here in Las Vegas, which is super exciting, and we've been collecting items to sell to help donate to the cause. I'm hoping to get $5,000 for the guitar.
I'm kind of impressed. DJ Ashba. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there who are kind of rock stars, but he really is a rock star. 6 a.m., Guns N' Roses, Grammy nominations. Pretty cool. So do you know anything about the history of it or anything like that?
I don't. I'm a GNR fan, but that's about it. People have been giving me items because we're trying to raise money for the Children's Hospital here in Vegas.
Okay, I get it. And no paperwork, no backstory, nothing?
Nothing, but like I said, I'm hoping we can get a lot of money for it.
Okay, well, I can tell you right away, this is something from Gibson's custom shop. This is not how they normally build a Les Paul, so I mean, it's a custom. The paint scheme is definitely different. There's usually like 4 knobs, you have more switches. It's just everything's laid out different than a normal Les Paul. I mean, it's in great shape. It's obviously been played, and you think it might have been his?
It could be. I mean, that's why I'm hoping that's why it has his name on it.
How much you want for it?
At least $5 grand.
Okay, there's a lot of variable factors, okay?
Okay.
Okay, it's a Les Paul, so I mean, it's a lot of money. You know, this isn't one you buy off the shelf. I mean, was this a limited edition model they put out? Was this actually for DJ Ashba? If this is really his, it could be worth something, okay?
Okay, great.
So, and I know a guy who will know all those.
Amazing.
Give me 5 minutes, I'll go give him a call.
All right, sounds great. Thank you.
There
man.
he is.
How are
Hey,
ya?
brother, how's it going?
Been great. How have you been? Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Hi, nice to meet
I'm
you.
BJ. Nice to meet you.
So, if anybody's gonna know about the guitar, it's this guy.
What do you,
yeah.
what do you guys have? I am so excited to see which guitar it could be, and I'm praying to God it's the one I'm hoping, because I lost one years ago that meant the world to me. Hopefully it's it.
Do you recognize this? Was this like a limited edition or?
I could recognize this guitar a mile away. This right here is the Holy Grail.
It's amazing.
There's only one of these made in the world. It's crazy, Rick. This thing went missing years ago, and I always wondered what happened to it. This was the prototype, and then once we locked in on this design, Gibson only made 100 of them. I actually played it on some of the records on 6 a.m. and a lot with Guns N' Roses. This is really cool.
So you played this one on stage and everything else like that?
Yeah, I abused it. There's even still probably beer stains and stuff on it. The weird thing when I joined Guns N' Roses is playing a Les Paul. Obviously, it's the right guitar for the sound of the band. but I could never get used to the 2 volume knobs, so I had them take one off. So there's only 1 volume, 2 tones, and I put a kill switch in here and moved the 3-way down here because it just felt more comfortable to me.
Okay.
So
That's awesome.
This is the real deal. And it's funny because they put my name on it, but it's upside down. They printed it upside down, which is kind of funny.
Okay. Do you want it back?
It's a really special guitar. I would love to have it back.
If I can get it off her for a decent price, you can just pay me whatever.
I
Okay?
would love that.
You got everything going here. So, I mean, your guitars go for like 20, 30 grand?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good number, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't sell it for anything less.
Thanks, man.
You
You're
got
amazing.
it. Thank you.
I love that. Thank
Great
you so
to meet
much.
you.
Great to
and-
meet you too.
So I think I got a perfect solution for this. I'll give you 20 grand. The kids at the hospital get the money, and I'll end up making a deal with him. I won't make no money off him, and everybody's happy.
You got yourself a deal. That sounds great.
Sweet. Go right over there. They'll get you paid.
Okay, thank you. I'm super stoked that I'm able to get way more than anticipated for the Children's Hospital and that the item gets to go back to DJ. That was like a cool life moment for me.
Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Got a 1922 proof high-relief matte finish coin.
Okay. Where did you get this?
I won it at a poker game, believe it or not.
This is like one of the holy grails of American coins, and you won it in a poker.
Yep.
Whoa.
Came down to the pawn shop today to try to sell a 1922 proof coin. I don't know a lot about it, but the guy who lost it to me said it was really valuable. So hoping to get 20,000 out of it.
This is cool. In 1921, we brought the silver dollar back. And the story goes is they were going to try and make some really high relief ones. What this means by high relief right here is the image really comes off the coin. Okay, it's much higher detail. And I don't know the exact story, but there was like some problems and they got melted down. And most people didn't even know they existed for like 15 years. And then all of a sudden, some stories came from the mint that they actually existed. So there's like a dozen of these things in the world.
It's pretty rare.
Oh, well, it's beyond rare. The 1922 high relief peace dollar is one of the rarest coins in American history. It definitely shocks me that people will walk up to my counter and pull out an item worth $50,000 or $100,000 or more. I definitely want this thing, but I have to make absolutely sure this is the real deal. Silver dollars is what every coin collector collects. Everyone collects silver dollars, and maybe they collect half dollars and nickels, but they all buy silver dollars. I mean, that's the mainstay of collectible coins.
Oh, okay.
So, how much do you want for it?
20,000.
What, you want 20 for it? 20,000?
Do you think it's worth
Yeah,
it?
sure, no problem. Let's go. No, this is worth a lot more than 20 grand.
Oh. That's pretty awesome.
Do you mind if I call a friend to take a look at this? I have a few mega concerns here, okay? I've never seen one in person, and I just want to make sure everything's legit. I mean, if someone was to fake a coin, this is the one they would do it on. I'm actually friends with a guy who works at NGC. He's one of the best coin graders, and if everything's legit, maybe we'll do some business. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, hang out.
All right. I think there's a good chance it's legit. Obviously, nothing in this world is 100%, but I'm happy with an expert coming in for sure.
Dave!
Rick, how you doing?
I am doing absolutely fabulous, and this is it. Oh.
Wow. It isn't every day a 1922 high-relief peace dollar walks in the door.
This guy got in a poker game.
Oh, my God. It's always nice to get called in on an exciting coin. This coin is particularly interesting, historical, and it's rare as hen's teeth.
Now, what exactly is the story with this coin? I mean, this was the coin the government minted, but no one knew they minted it for like 15 or 20 years?
That's correct. None of these had transacted until 1937. These were more or less unknown, and they carried over the high relief of the 1921 issues, all of which, by the way, were stuck in a one-week period at the end of 1921. The high relief design was sort of a triumph of art and a failure of technology because although they were beautiful, they couldn't strike them with enough pressure to get a lot of them out. So they ended up early in 1922 having to reduce the relief of the design.
Okay.
So I assume your main concern is it real?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
It is in an NGC holder, which is wonderful. The holder is completely intact and genuine. And the coin is perfectly legitimate. It's one of very few known.
Okay, so the big thing is, what's it worth?
One of these sold very recently that brought a touch over 100,000. It's a little bit nicer than this, but not too far apart. I think this coin is worth something north of 50, but less than 100.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Super rare, no problem.
Okay.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you.
there you go.
All right.
All right.
I'll talk to you soon, man.
Sounds good. I'm quite excited that this is the real thing. Very few specialists have had the chance to actually handle them, but finding one of these, especially walking into a pawn shop, is really extraordinary.
I should have just gave you the 20 grand and not called in Dave.
I'm happier now.
I'll give you $65,000.
What about 90? I think 90 is fair.
You were willing to take 20 grand for it.
You weren't willing to offer me 20 grand for it.
I think 75 is fair.
Meet me in the middle at 80 and you got a deal.
It's a deal.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's go up front. I'll write you up.
I made 80,000 on the coin. Super excited about it. Definitely gonna keep playing poker. Hopefully I get another coin like this sometime.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. What do you have here?
I have a set of rare, unproduced Care Bear cousins from Kenner.
Oh, huh. Hold on, I actually have one of the Care Bears cousins here. Corey!
I'm here at the pawn shop today to sell my prototype Care Bear cousins. This collection means a lot to me because I have been part of a semi-secret society of Care Bear collectors for over 20 years.
What do you want, chum?
Look, it's your cousins. The Care Bears.
Why aren't they bears?
Because the cousins are the animals. They're the friends of the Care Bears.
What can you tell me about them?
Well, these are straight from the Kenner Morgue, which was a place that they put Kenner toys when Kenner shut down. And so these are kind of seen as holy grail. Everything in that catalog was a holy grail.
I mean, they look like they're fairly clean. You know, you have like these plushes, you have kids sleeping and
Yes.
drooling on them and everything else.
Well, these never made it out
Yeah,
of Kenner. In fact, if you look, they're hand-painted, the nose and the eyes both, because these original noses came from the factory with the 13-inch. This one in particular is the rarest of the whole collection.
Is that the little pig?
It's a little pig. His name's Treatheart. There's only 4 known to exist in the whole world.
So what are you looking to do with them?
I want to sell them.
Any idea how much you're looking to get?
Well, I can tell you right now that this little piggy went for $6 grand last year on auction. And these are the only ones known to exist. So I was thinking for the collection, I'd cut you a break at like $5 grand.
Yeah, this is one of the few times where I have absolutely no idea what this could be worth. Do you mind if I have a buddy come down and take a look at them?
Not at all.
Okay, Chumley Bear, you want to go give him a call?
Sure.
I'm perfectly fine with a toy expert coming in to evaluate my collection. I know there's special items and that they're gonna go for quite a lot of money.
How you doing, Steve?
Good. Hi, I'm
Hey there.
Care Bear cousins.
Yeah.
We knew you'd be the guy to
Thanks.
call.
I was hoping I'd get you to do the Care Bear stare today.
Show me how to do it.
Could you show him how to do it?
Oh, love comes out of your belly.
I have a lot of love and a lot of belly, so I'm probably pretty good at it.
So when it comes to origins of toys like this, what's really unique is that these actually came from greeting cards. You had American Greetings had created a line of cards, Get Well Soon, and you had Grumpy, and he had a little cloud with rain on his belly. That was kind of like the first inception. From about 84 to 86 is when you really saw the cartoon line thriving, the movie comes out. So it took a few years to get going, but once it did, it was a pretty big piece. And there was like kind of like a cult following of Care Bear collectors out there. She seems like she knows a little something about that. Overall, they all look like they're in great condition. The eyes, the noses all look to be hand painted. And as for the pig you got here, now the pig's really unique because there's only a handful of them known to exist. Last I was aware, there was 2 or 3 of them that were actually the painted versions. There was 1 or 2 that was available that was unpainted. Do you mind if I take a look at it? He would be a prototype. He was never produced. He was one that everybody wanted. He's got a little bit of age in his legs. I wouldn't say it's cracks. We call it toy leprosy, but still, for a prototype being what he is, he's in very, very good condition. So I assume you guys asked me to come here to give you a value?
I mean, I have no idea what these could be worth.
I think overall, you're gonna have no problem for the plush getting $1,400 for them. The pig is a little bit different. I believe that that's a much more rare toy. There's gonna be a little bit different of a market for it. I think that you'll have no problem getting $3,000 for him. Hopefully that helps you out.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, John.
Appreciate
Corey,
it, man.
thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. So what do you think?
Chum, I'm gonna go ahead and let you handle this. Have a good day.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna Care Bear stare right now and try to get you to the price I want.
All right. He gave you a number, $4,400. So I'm thinking $4,400.
That's gonna be a little too high for me. How about 22?
Whew, that's tough. I don't think a Care Bear would approve of that. 22.
This is Chummy Bear. I'm
God.
spreading love and joy.
Okay, how about 3,500? And that's giving you such a deal.
How about 31?
All right, you got a deal?
All right. 3,100. Meet me at the counter and we'll write it up.
All right. I'm thrilled that the guys and I were able to make a deal today. I didn't walk away with the $5,000 I was hoping to have, but $3,100, I can get a pretty good little junker car for my 16-year-old daughter.
What do you got there?
Well, prepare to be amazed. The rarest Hot Wheel in the world.
Is that what I think it is?
The pink 1969 rear-load beach bomb.
That's the holy grail of Hot Wheels, isn't it?
It sure is. It's in mint condition. These are the original surfboards that go with it.
Yeah, that was a ragtop Volkswagen, Volkswagen Transporter. We call it a bus, but technically it's a transporter. I know a lot more about Volkswagens than I do Hot Wheels.
I came to the pawn shop today to sell my 1969 pink rear loader beach bomb, the rarest Hot Wheel in the world. And I've had it for about 15 years. My daughter's wedding is a little over a year from now, and maybe now's a great time to sell a Hot Wheel and raise some money for the wedding.
It's pretty amazing. It's one of those little tidbits of history and collecting that, you know, generally you see in some guy's personal little museum or something like that. I mean, Hot Wheels came out in '68, and they got Mustangs, and they got Camaros, and they were so much faster than the Matchboxes. And me and every single kid in my neighborhood, we all had our Hot Wheels. All right, do you know anything about it?
They actually stopped making this variety and made a different variety of the Volkswagen bus.
Okay.
Hence, this was never for sale to the public. That's why it's so valuable.
Okay. Hot Wheels was one of the greatest toys to come out in the late '60s, and they're still popular today. The fact that only a few of these were produced but never sent out to the public makes it incredibly rare. And being a Volkswagen bus, it's got a dual collector base. I have no idea what this is worth, but I know it's not going to be cheap. Okay, so I'm assuming if you have the holy grail of Hot Wheels, you have a lot more Hot Wheels?
I have about 6,000 Hot Wheels. I'm Hot Wheel crazy.
Okay. So what do you want for it?
$150,000. A bargain for the rarest of all rare toys.
150 grand. Damn. I don't even touch it. Let me call a friend. He owns Toy Shack right down the street. He's a pretty big dealer in toys.
He sure is. I know him.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him a call. You hang out. just guard that thing.
Okay. I'm confident that Johnny will verify this is a legitimate car, and it's the only one like it in the world. As for the value, I'm very interested myself to see what Johnny has to say.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
Oh, pretty good. Well, you supposedly know this guy?
Hey, what's up, Bruce?
see you. How are you?
Good to see you.
He has this, supposedly it's,
It is. Wow.
this is supposedly the greatest, most expensive Hot Wheels ever.
All the rumors are true about the rear loader Beach Bomb. When Rick called me and told me he had the Hot Wheels pink rear loader Beach Bomb, I couldn't believe it and I couldn't get here fast enough. This is the rarest and most sought after Hot Wheel in existence.
All right, so this is legit.
This has changed the industry of collecting Hot Wheels. Nobody thought that anybody could make an impact on Matchbox. Matchbox dominated the diecast market. And then when Hot Wheels came out in '68, it was over. They were fast, they had these Spectre Flame paint jobs. It was never the same. And usually in the Hot Wheel collecting world, pink always means dollar signs.
Okay.
And there's only, I believe, 2 pinks known. And one is a prototype, and the other one was an early production.
Okay.
Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Go ahead, look at
and
it.
we'll see what we have. I always have a white glove just in case, and this is one of those moments where the white glove comes out.
So what are you looking for?
This is a different base than the early production ones. So this is definitely the prototype. And there's certain things in the lettering, the bumpers, even like flaws in the casting that are only available to the prototypes in the early productions. Some of these two are just raw, it's just not cleaned up like it is in the later ones, and also the knockoffs. Everything looks 100% correct.
Okay. So what do you think it's worth?
These were like 60 cents back in the 60s, and now they're still under $1. But there's some heavy hitters in the Hot Wheel world that would jump on a prototype like this. This would be easily $100,000 for this car.
Okay. All right, well, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. In the Hot Wheels market, there's nothing close to this. I mean, this is the holy grail of Hot Wheels. This is what everybody goes after. This is the rarest, and this is in the best condition. And that's why it goes for $100,000.
So I'm thinking 60?
Nah, we're not in the same neighborhood.
I'll go 65 grand.
No, I'll go down to 140.
I mean, I go as high as 70.
Nah. It's just not gonna do it. I guess when you're talking about world record cars and the holy grails, kind of what I want to sell it for one day and somebody else wants to pay, and I guess today's not the day.
Well, thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you very much.
It was cool to see it. Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Unfortunately, this is truly my pink baby. I appreciate his offer of $70,000, but in this case, I think this car is worth probably at least twice that much.